Welcome to the channel. Thank you everyone for tuning in. Right, as you guys know, the 11/11 AliExpress sale is just around the corner. As you guys can see, we are 2 days and 12 hours and 26 minutes away. So with this sale, they've already released the prices and the savings you can possibly get on these watches. And while I was browsing, making my list for, the bunch of videos I'm going to do for this sale, I came across the idea for this video, which is going to be your top 10 best savings San Martin watches, because San Martin for this sale are giving incredible discounts. And what that means is, for the most part, San Martin, I believe, are, fairly overpriced. What that means is it brings the prices down to a very reasonable level. So let's go across to my saved lists. I've been working hard on these over the past few days. So you can see I've got 4 lists, so possibly 4 videos to come out. I've got a big savings one. I've got best watches of 2023. I've got your best budget watches, and of course a bunch of new watches. So I'll be making these videos and releasing them as way into the sale and a couple of days before, etc. But for the first one, I'm going to give you the top 10, as I said, big savings on the best San Martin watches out there. San Martin, yeah, they are very popular. As you guys know, they are at the top. Not every single watch is great. They do make some errors, but for the most part, they are probably the best built watches you can get. So let's start off the list, and in no particular order. So I'll start from the bottom to the top. There are others which are good, but these are the ones I just picked and I saw. Number one, they've had my hands on there on most of the models. If not, I've seen other reviews on there. So these are, again, tried and tested, and beauty with San Martin, they are good. There isn't that many issues. So let's start off at the bottom, and this is the San Martin Ranger Homage. And just check that price out, guys. £218, that's what they were coming out with a Seiko NH35. Bear in mind, it is a dateless dial, and they have a ghost position, which I find unbearable from San Martin. But the price for 11/11 will be £155, which is a lot of saving. Almost, what is it, 50, 60, 70 pound saving. So it's a huge saving on this. On this particular version, you can have a few options. As you know, you can go without logo, you can go printed logo, and I'm sure they have an applied logo now, which is probably the one I'd go for, with the applied numerals. And you've also got the 14 Illum as well. So yeah, £155 is ridiculous, guys. And of course, you can check out these links. I'm not going to give you any sizing or specifications, because we know specs wise they're all pretty much the same, from a £50 watch to a £150 watch. They all got sapphire, steel, etc. So I'm not going to waste your time going through all that. But this is one definite recommendation. The Ranger Homage, very popular watch. I love the case on it. And then the version 2 was way better. So when we go back into the next watch, we've got the similar style, of course, but these are with the different dial options, because they did split out those listings. They're not on the same listing, and this goes down to £181 from 227. So not as bigger saving as the previous one we looked at, but still good enough. So let's go back to the third watch. So now let's go up to the third watch, and we have a San Martin GMT. You know what watch is homaging anyway. And yeah, with this style, there were a lot of GMT watches. I think 2023 was the year of the GMT, thankfully, due to Seiko NH34 coming out. And this one is, again, a massive saving on this. So £168 and going down to £131 in the 11/11 sale. So again, such a massive saving. With these prices, it really does add up the value for money you are getting from San Martin, which is really good to see, because I always moan that they are, a bit expensive, as I said. Fourth up the list, this is the 38mm classic retro vintage driver that they came out with. They've had it out for a while. There's a few slight changes in it. It does look a bit different. You also have a few different color options away from that 14 vintage look. But just look at this, £276, right? It's crazy money. But in the sale, just under 200 quid, which is, I'd say, very reasonable. And it's got a PT5000 in there. So that's also interesting. 38mm retro diver. And this bracelet, you'll notice it doesn't come with those awful rivet links. So that's always good to see. Next up, we've got the BB58 Homage. Very popular watch. And again, very overpriced. The PT5000 going up to £276, but in the sales you get it for £227. So you're still getting that £50 saving. So quite a large saving to be had, and you've got a few more other different colors available, which is good to see. And yeah, so let's move on to the next one. This one, right, I've been meaning to get this one in because you know what, even though we're all fed up with Submariner style watches, you know, if you want the ultimate one, this has got to be it, right? This is from San Martin. It's got the GR5 titanium. It's got the ratchet extension clasp, not the ratchet, sorry, the on-the-fly adjustment, 300 meters. You know, and it is, you know, heavily priced at £329. And you've also got the sword hands on there with the black enamel dial, so and also the option of the traditional handset. Yeah, it looks really good, and I'd say this would be, you know, like your ultimate subversion across, I don't know, Sea Dweller maybe because of the helium escape valve. But yeah, so £329 goes down to 272. Still, you know, a very good saving in my opinion, because without that you are paying quite a bit more. So this is, I think, the best kind of, you know, sub homage you could get. So let's move up. Now this is one of my personal favorites. I did review, I think, 2 versions of this. It's quite unique. I wouldn't go as far as calling it original, because in my mind, as I stated in the video I done on this, that it's a cross between a Tag Monaco and of course the, you know, Fathoms dial, which you can see. But the bracelet on this is ridiculously good. It's one of San Martin's best finish watches. You've also got some really nice sunray dials and colors, and they have changed the crown from the hex crown. So the hex crown was kind of awful, as you can see in this picture here. Quite difficult to move around, but then if you look at these pictures, sorry, it is a hex crown. It looked like it had some splines on there. So going back to what I was going to say, yeah, the crown was a bit fidgety, because obviously with the P2000 movement in this, it just adds a bit more torque to that winding. But it's a good watch. I really did like this, and this from £300 is gone down to 224, again making it very reasonable. So if we move back up, and yeah, some of these watches are similar, but let's face it, that's what San Martin have been doing for the past few months. Another NH34. This is, you know, I think more vibrant colors this time. You've got your green, orange, you've got a nice dark blue, of course black, and this cream white, which I would watch out from because the hands you can't really see, but the black looks good. And the yellow looks all right, and the green looks nice as well. So price £261 down to £185. That is an incredible saving. You're looking at just under £80, which is ridiculous, but it makes them, you know, brings them back down to something very reasonable. So I mean, I was impressed in this sale, to be honest, with what San Martin are offering. Moving up now, £275 for this GMT. I believe it does have a bi-directional bezel on this one, with the, you know, snowflake hands. Okay, so this is a 39mm case, I believe, as well, and again, great saving. This is what we're interested in here, guys. £274 gone down to £217. So, you know, for the San Martin fans out there that feel the same way I feel, that they are slightly overpriced, but you know, having said that, with this sale now, you're going to have a big discount. Now San Martin are also offering their own coupons, so I don't know if that applies, you know, with the sale prices, but it's worth definitely checking out. So moving on to the last watch, I believe this is a San Martin cross with watchdives. You know, they've been doing a few crossover watches, so a few collaborations, sorry. So this one is actually not from the San Martin store. This is from the Diver Watch Factory store. It's a very popular store, actually. There's a lot of watches I've had from them. I mean, look at the rating on there. It's really high ratings, and again, quite a few followers there. So this is the, as I said, watchdives collaboration with San Martin, and this is somewhat different. You've got one thing interesting is the date window at 6, which I really like, and then the Seiko NH34 in there as well. You've also got the inner track, which is 24 hours, and you've got a standard dive bezel. So there's a lot going on with this watch. It does look quite good. Got some very interesting colors, of course, and you know, price being the main thing. Again, £277, which has gone down all the way to £218. So a very decent saving, and apparently what I can see, there's only 7 left, so get them in your carts, guys, so you don't miss out. So yeah, this is the last watch, guys. Check out this list. As I said, there's a few more lists coming, but I mean, from San Martin, incredible savings this time. So very exciting for some people who want to look at, you know, a bunch of San Martin watches. So that's it from me today, guys. I hope you enjoyed that. Please tune in, subscribe, make sure you check out other videos coming up. I've chosen some really good watches, and I've also gone back through the year and pointed at the best watches I believe, which I've actually had hands on, and recommend those to you guys. So that's it from me. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you as always for watching.